Hello. What I'm going to be doing is showing how the new Schrade brush sword works out here in my forest. This one here is called the Priscilla Macara. I think I'm pronouncing that right. But it's called the brush sword because this here is very nice in your hand. When you grab a blade and you squeeze it, there's no hot spots, and it fits your hand well. It has this nice big pommel, so my hand's not going to slip. TPE handle is well material, so it gives you a really firm grip. Feels great in the hand, and it was designed for clearing brush, doing tasks around camp, or on a homestead. Like I say, clearing brush, clearing small trees. It's not meant for chopping down giant trees because they don't have the weight behind them. This one here is balanced very well, like I said. It has weight that it cuts very good. Cleared those branches like nothing. And we're going to do a couple more tests with it. Now it has 3CR13 high carbon stainless steel for a blade. It's worked very well in a lot of Schrade knives, and I'm really liking this. As you see, went through there very nicely. It also comes with this thermoplastic sheath, and the reason I like thermoplastic sheaths, they last a long time. You know, unless you do something drastic and you break it, you don't have to worry really about water. It's not going to soak up water. It's going to last you a very long time. I like that. Or the nylon sheaths that they provide as well. I like those. Now, we're going to do some more chopping tests. But it's very, very well balanced. You know, gotta love it. Let's get to some chopping. Now, I'm using this also with these gloves on. They're fleece, so they're not really tight to my hands, so they could roll around, but this is actually still nice and secure in my grip. But wow, like the chunks that fly out of this are crazy. And the sheer power of it just broke this off. Now this is dry, but you can see it is not rotten. Now, since this actually has a full tang handle as well, I'm going to try some batoning with it. And I'll use this as my baton, and I'll chop off another piece here to baton. Wow, that works sweet. It really does. I'm going to come up closer and show you the grind on this and why this cuts so well. Now this grind, you can see, comes in up here, comes down, and then goes up along here, right to here. I don't know if you can see that on the back or not. That there is it's a flat grind right from here up to this edge, and it comes up to here, and that is a full flat grind. And that is why that slices into that wood very nicely. Right in here is where you're going to chop, because when you chop with a recurve like this, if you hit right here, with that coming down and pulling back at the same time, it actually sinks deeper into your wood. It's a very good design. It really is. And you can also see that they didn't bring the edge right back to here. That's good. So if you did, when you grab it, put your hand up there by mistake or something, you're not going to cut yourself. But right in here is very sharp as well. And this is not really meant for feather sticking or anything, but if you had to, it will carve as well. But this is meant to be a bush sword. So let's go over there and see how it batons. So first off, what I've got to do is I've got to trim this down some so I can make it into a decent baton stick. Now let's see if we can baton this piece. This here is rather lightweight as well. I'll take that off. I can baton that no problem. Here's right between two knots. Once again, no problem. And like I said, if you had to use this for feather sticking, you could. So thus far, I'm very impressed with this. It cuts deep, as you see, with the weight, and well balanced. Not sure where the balance point is, but it's well balanced. And using that, it still is weight forward enough that sinks in that full flat grind. It's really working well. Now, I've already shown you can process firewood to make a fire with this, and it will chop dead wood. Now let's go and try and see how this works with some brush. This is called a brush sword, so let's go find some brush and see how it works with that. Now this here I'm going to use as my brush. You can see this would be no different than hitting a sapling that's standing free. It still moves when you hit it and such, but I don't want to go around here chopping a bunch of saplings. So I'm going to use this dead tree and just cut the brush with this and see how it works. So this one, just going to get it out of my way. I'm just going to go down through here and see how this works. This side here, of course, want to be on the side so you're always swinging away, that you don't cut yourself. I'm going to move up into this stuff here, which is a little bigger. That's a good inch, inch and a quarter, a lot of those limbs. Let's see how it works with that. This one here is 3/4 of an inch. A lot of them were a 1/2 inch. And this right here, it works very nice with this, but we're going to move up there. This one here is a good 1.5 inches at its base, but I'm going to chop up there and work my way down. That just shows that it will take the smaller limbs, which are a lot more springy when you chop them. So it does work really well. This one here is a good 1.5 inches at the base. See if we can one chop it. I'm going to hit it right here. That way there, it's going to draw right in. Let's zoom in and check out that cut. So with the test that I put this through, it has done very well. Could I use this up here in my Canadian bush? For sure I could. It'd be great for making trails. It'd be great for cutting saplings if I wanted to make a shelter. It can be used for a lot. I can baton with it. I could do some fine carving with it if I needed to. Feather sticks and so on. Now you're limited because of the size, but it still can be a good tool. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can check it out. And also, I'll put a little bit of the specs at the end. I want to thank you for watching, and it's worth checking out for sure. I'm liking it. Have a good one.